Welcome to our Edinburgh adventure. Today, we'll take you on a journey through Scotland's stunning capital, exploring its historic streets, beautiful viewpoints, peaceful gardens, and impressive landmarks. From the dramatic approach by train to the lively Royal Mile, the breathtaking views from Calton Hill, and the relaxing shores of Portobello Beach, we'll uncover the city's charm step by step. We'll also dive into Edinburgh's fascinating history, explore its iconic castle, and discover hidden gems along the way. Sit back, relax, and join us as we bring this unforgettable city to life, one location at a time. Our journey begins on the East Coast Main Line, one of Britain's most scenic train routes. As we near Edinburgh, the views become stunning: rugged coastline, sandy beaches, and rolling green hills stretch out like a painting. Along the North Sea, fishing villages, ancient castles, and wide skies create postcard-perfect scenery. This beautiful railway sets the tone for our trip, building excitement before we even reach the city. At Edinburgh Waverley Station, in the heart of the city, history meets modern life. Opened in 1846, it sits between the Old Town and New Town, with views of Edinburgh Castle and the Scott Monument just steps away, the ideal starting point for exploring Edinburgh. As night falls, Edinburgh transforms into a city full of energy, music, and atmosphere. The Princes Street and George Street areas come alive after dark, with historic buildings glowing under warm lights and streets filling with visitors looking for food, music, and entertainment. Restaurants serve everything from fine dining to hearty Scottish classics, while traditional pubs invite guests to enjoy local ales or sample Scotland's famous whiskies. Adding to the charm are street performers, like the bagpiper captured in the evening image, filling the air with traditional Scottish music. It's an unforgettable experience to hear the haunting sound of the pipes echoing between centuries-old stone buildings as you stroll through the city centre. For live entertainment, Edinburgh offers theatres, comedy clubs, and venues hosting everything from folk music to rock bands. The Grassmarket and Cowgate districts are perfect for those looking for lively bars and dancing late into the night. During the Edinburgh Festival Fringe in August, the city's nightlife reaches another level, with performers, pop-up bars, and open-air shows filling the streets. Whether you want culture, music, or lively pubs, Edinburgh's nightlife offers the perfect ending to a day of sightseeing. Next, we head to Calton Hill, one of Edinburgh's most iconic viewpoints. Home to the Dugald Stewart Monument, Nelson Monument, and the unfinished National Monument, it offers sweeping views of the city skyline, the Firth of Forth, and Arthur's Seat in the distance. Calton Hill has loss and landmarks in warm colour. It's the ideal place to pause, take photos, and appreciate Edinburgh's dramatic beauty. Been a favourite spot for artists, photographers, and travellers seeking the perfect panorama of Edinburgh. At sunrise or sunset, the view is especially magical as golden light bathes the city's rooftop. Standing atop Calton Hill, we take in a breathtaking 360-degree view of Edinburgh. To one side, the medieval spires and rooftops of the Old Town stretch toward Edinburgh Castle. On the other, the Georgian symmetry of the New Town unfolds with its grand streets and leafy squares. Beyond the city centre, we glimpse the waters of the Firth of Forth and the rolling hills of the Lothians. This combination of history, architecture, and natural beauty makes Calton Hill the perfect vantage point to see how Edinburgh blends the ancient and the modern in one stunning panorama. busy streets behind, we arrive at the Royal Botanic Garden, Edinburgh, a peaceful 70-acre oasis just a mile from the city centre. Founded in 1670 as a physic garden for medicinal plants, it is now one of the world's oldest and most respected botanic gardens, combining science, conservation, and beauty in one remarkable space. Visitors are welcomed by sweeping lawns, colourful flower beds, and shady, tree-lined paths leading to themed gardens and tranquil corners. Home to over 13,000 plant species from across the globe, it's like walking through a living museum of the world's flora. Highlights include the rock garden, with alpine plants and tumbling streams, and the Chinese hillside, where winding paths, wooden bridges, and exotic species create a sense of peace and discovery. One of the garden's most striking features is the Victorian palm house, built in 1858 and still one of the tallest glasshouses of its kind. Inside, visitors can explore tropical palms, rare orchids, desert cacti, and rainforest plants, each in carefully recreated climates. The gardens change with the seasons. Spring brings carpets of snowdrops and rhododendrons, summer offers vibrant borders buzzing with pollinators, autumn paints the grounds in golden reds and oranges, and winter provides frosted evergreens and peaceful walking routes. Families enjoy picnics, wildlife trails, and open spaces, while artists and photographers come to capture reflections in ponds and views of the Edinburgh skyline framed by foliage. Beyond its beauty, the garden is a world leader in plant science and conservation, with experts studying climate change, protecting endangered species, and restoring habitats across the globe. Whether for learning, leisure, or photography, the Royal Botanic Garden, Edinburgh offers a perfect escape from the city, a blend of history, science, and natural wonder in one unforgettable place. Our journey continues aboard a local bus heading east towards Portobello Beach. As we leave the city centre, we pass a mix of historic streets, modern neighbourhoods, and glimpses of Edinburgh's skyline in the distance. The ride offers a chance to see another side of the city, everyday life beyond the tourist landmarks. Local shops, parks, and residential areas give a sense of Edinburgh as a living, working city, not just a historic destination. Before long, the scenery opens up to reveal the wide expanse of the coast and the fresh sea air of Portobello Beach. Arriving at Portobello Beach, we find a 2-mile stretch of golden sand and a lively promenade lined with cafes, shops, and ice cream stalls. Just a short bus ride from the city centre, it's a favourite escape for locals on sunny days. Families relax on the sand, swimmers and paddleboarders take to the water, and visitors stroll along the seafront enjoying sea views and salty breezes. Portobello has a traditional charm with Victorian-era architecture and a friendly, laid-back atmosphere. It's the perfect place to slow the pace, dip your toes in the water, and enjoy Edinburgh's coastal side. Edinburgh's Edinburgh's history stretches back thousands of years, from prehistoric settlements on Castle Rock to the bustling capital we see today. In the Middle Ages, Edinburgh grew around its fortress, becoming Scotland's political and cultural heart. The Royal Mile linked the castle to Holyrood Palace, while markets, trades, and learning flourished within its city walls. The Scottish Reformation and Enlightenment brought waves of change, with thinkers like David Hume shaping modern philosophy. In the 18th century, the elegant Georgian New Town expanded Edinburgh beyond its medieval roots. Today, the city's layered history is visible everywhere in its architecture, museums, festivals, and traditions, earning it UNESCO World Heritage status and a place among Europe's most fascinating cities. Back in the city centre, we find the Edinburgh City Model, a detailed 3D bronze map showing the city's streets, landmarks, and topography. Located near major attractions, it offers a bird's-eye view of Edinburgh, from the castle's rocky perch to the symmetry of the new town. Popular with tourists, it's perfect for planning routes or admiring a miniature version of the city before exploring it in real life. At the very heart of Edinburgh lies Prince's Street Gardens, a beautiful green space stretching beneath the dramatic cliffs of Edinburgh Castle. Today, it offers peace and relaxation amid the hustle and bustle of the city, but its history is far more dramatic. Until the early 19th century, this entire area was filled by the Nor Loch, a large artificial lake created as part of the city's defences. The loch became heavily polluted over the centuries, and in the 1820s, it was drained as the city expanded beyond its medieval walls. In its place, the beautifully landscaped Prince's Street Gardens were created, dividing the old town from the elegant Georgian New Town above. The gardens quickly became a favourite escape for locals and visitors. Winding paths, vibrant flowerbeds, statues honouring historic figures, and the famous Ross Fountain all contribute to its charm. Throughout the year, the gardens host festivals, Christmas markets, and concerts, making them a lively part of Edinburgh's cultural life. Towering above the eastern section stands the Scott Monument, an elaborate Gothic spire rising 200 feet into the sky. Built in 1844 to honour the great Scottish writer Sir Walter Scott, it is adorned with 68 statues representing characters from his novels. Adventurous visitors can climb its 287 narrow steps to enjoy one of the best panoramic views of the city. Whether for a quiet picnic, a scenic stroll, or simply admiring the castle views above, Prince's Street Gardens and the Scott Monument remain essential stops for anyone exploring Edinburgh, offering a perfect blend of history, literature, and natural beauty right in the city centre. Within Prince's Street Gardens stands the ornate Ross Fountain, a 19th-century cast-iron masterpiece created in France and installed in 1872. Its intricate design features mermaids, cherubs, and allegorical figures representing science, arts, poetry, and industry. After years of weathering, the fountain was fully restored in 2018, its bright colors and flowing waters bringing fresh life to this Victorian landmark. Set against the backdrop of Edinburgh Castle, the Ross Fountain is a favorite photo spot and a symbol of the city's heritage and renewal. On sunny days, its sparkling waters and vibrant paintwork make it especially picturesque. From Prince's Street Gardens and across the city, Edinburgh Castle dominates the skyline atop Castle Rock. Once a royal residence and military stronghold, its steep walls and towers rise dramatically from the cliffs. At night, floodlights create a striking silhouette, building anticipation for exploring the centuries of history within its gates. Nearby stands New College, part of the University of Edinburgh since 1846 and home to the School of Divinity. Its Gothic spires, arches, and peaceful quadrangle offer a quiet retreat from the city's bustle. Blending history, learning, and beauty, it's a favorite spot for students, scholars, and visitors alike. Finally, we arrive at Edinburgh Castle, the crown jewel of Scotland's capital and one of the most visited historic sites in the entire United Kingdom. Perched dramatically atop Castle Rock, a 340-million-year-old volcanic plug, the castle dominates Edinburgh's skyline, visible from nearly every corner of the city. Its strategic position, rising 130 meters above sea level, made it the ideal stronghold for centuries of kings, queens, soldiers, and rulers who called it home or fought fiercely to control it. The castle's story begins long before stone walls rose here. Archaeological evidence shows human occupation on Castle Rock as far back as the Iron Age, making it one of the oldest fortified sites in Europe. However, its recorded history really begins in the early Middle Ages when it became a royal residence for Scottish kings. By the 12th century, King David I built St. Margaret's Chapel within the walls, a small, simple building that survives to this day as the oldest standing structure in Edinburgh. Over the centuries, Edinburgh Castle was at the heart of Scotland's turbulent past. It withstood sieges during the Wars of Scottish Independence, changed hands multiple times between the Scots and English, and became a symbol of Scottish resistance and identity. Monarchs like Mary, Queen of Scots, walked its halls, and in 1566 she gave birth here to James VI, who would later unite the crowns of Scotland and England in 1603. Visitors today can explore a wealth of attractions inside the fortress. The Crown Room houses Scotland's crown jewels, the crown, sceptre, and sword of state, as well as the legendary Stone of Destiny, used for centuries in the coronation of Scottish monarchs. The Great Hall, with its magnificent wooden roof, displays medieval weapons and armor, offering a glimpse into royal banquets and ceremonies of the past. The Royal Palace tells the story of Scotland's kings and queens, while the National War Museum and Regimental Museums honor the country's military history, from the Napoleonic Wars to modern conflicts. One of the castle's living traditions is the firing of the 1 o'clock gun, a time signal dating back to 1861 when it helped ships in the Firth of Forth set their maritime clocks accurately. It remains a daily spectacle, except Sundays, attracting crowds who gather to hear the boom echo across the city. Of course, beyond its treasures and stories, Edinburgh Castle rewards every visitor with breathtaking panoramic views. From its battlements, you can see the old and new towns, the Firth of Forth, and on a clear day, even the distant Highlands. A visit to Edinburgh Castle is more than a tour of stone walls. It is a journey through the very heart of Scotland's history, a place where legend, royalty, and tradition come together above one of Europe's most beautiful cities. Beneath the towering walls of Edinburgh Castle lies King's Stables Road, once home to the royal stables in medieval times. This historic area now offers a quieter escape from the busier streets above, with its stone buildings and dramatic views of the castle cliffs. From here, it's a short walk to the Grassmarket, once a bustling marketplace and gathering spot with a colourful, sometimes dark, history. Today, it's filled with pubs, restaurants, and lively terraces where visitors relax under the shadow of the castle. This area perfectly combines Edinburgh's medieval roots with its vibrant modern energy. And that concludes our Edinburgh adventure. From ancient castles and historic streets to peaceful gardens and coastal escapes, this city offers endless beauty and culture. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Tell us in the comments which Edinburgh landmark was your favorite or where you'd like us to explore next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon on another travel adventure.